Hello friends, Namaste. Our next lesson we will go through the previously learned exercises and add a couple of new ones. First, let's go into Tadasana, first position. Big toe is touching, stretch your head up, straighten your shoulders, rotate the pelvis by lowering the tailbone down to straighten the lumbar deflection. Keep your abdominal muscles toned, breathe through the chest. Keep your gaze on the point. This allows you to achieve greater concentration. We are trying to achieve expansion on the body, legs and arms straight. We will hold this position for about a minute. With an inhalation, stretch your arms up, finger lock, push your palms up, breathe deeply, stretch up. Use your chest to breathe. Exhale, lower your arms down. Place your feet shoulder width apart and lean forward. In this tilt, we try to relax and allow the body to move downward under its own weight. Let's gravity work. We make no effort. Breathe deeply. Some people manage to fully straighten their legs in this position, but if you can't, stand on slightly bent legs. Next, take the next breath, straighten up, put your feet together, and so we will find ourselves again in Tadasana. The new poses we will try are balance poses. This position is also specifically called Vrikshasana, tree pose. Lift your right leg, bend the knee, press the sole on the left thigh from the inside, raise your left hand up. You can hold your leg with your right hand so that it doesn't slide down. Look at one point. Breathe. Keep your balance. This is called Vrikshasana, balance pose. In such position we calm our mind very much. Exhale, lower your left arm, release your right leg. Get into Tadasana. Tune in to perform Vrikshasana in a mirror version. Lift your left leg, bend at the knee. Press the sole from the inside to the right thick. Raise your right hand up. Use your left hand to hold your left leg. Breathe in smooth. Try to keep balance. This happens through concentration and relaxation. But you won't be able to maintain your balance by straining. Therefore, first of all, try to breathe evenly and relax. Exhale and lower your right arm. Lower your left leg. And we ended up with you again in Tadasana. Okay, let's continue our practice. Sit on the floor and we will do exercise with you upward facing dog. Lie on the stomach. Toes back, feet together. Resting your palm on the floor, push into it. Lift your head up. Try to push your chest forward. Don't fall down like I showed in the shoulders. We move our shoulders away from our ears and push them down. Face up to the ceiling. Breathe through the chest. Create an even bend in the spine. We try not to create compression in the lumbar region. Let's move into downward facing dog pose. Lower your chest and lift your pelvis. You can keep your legs bent at first, so that your arms and back are in one line when looking at you from the side. Gradually try to straighten your legs and push your heels toward to the floor. Some people can immediately place their feet on the floor. Some people can't touch their heels to the floor. This is fine. And then let's move to our arms and straighten our legs. A couple of brief rest. Join your legs together. Place your right foot opposite your left knee in the outside. Bend your left leg towards the right side of your pelvis and we twist to the right. This pose is called Ardha Matsyendrasana. Try to stretch the back of your head up. Use your left hand to pull yourself towards your right thigh. Using your right hand, leaning on the floor, move your right shoulders back. Try to breathe deeply. Keep your attention on your spine. Twist gently. Don't make much effort. Let's go back to the center. Let's straighten our legs and leaning on our hands, take a couple of breaths and let the body relax. Let's repeat the twist to the left side. Place your left foot opposite your right knee outside. Bend your right leg to the left. Grab your left knee with your right hand and twist to the left. First, try to stretch your head up. Also try to pull yourself closer to your left leg with your right hand. Leaning your left hand on the floor, try to move your left shoulder and left shoulder blade back a little. Breathe exactly. Fine. Let's go back to the center. Let's let go our leg and rest for a couple of breaths. Then we will perform a forward bend known as Paschimottanasana. We will do a version with the bent knees. It's more back friendly, especially for the lower back. Bend your legs, press your body to your leg, pressing with your hands from above, stretch your lower ribs toward to your knees, and slowly slide your heels forward, moving your position to a tilt. Head tilts slightly, and we move the back of our head forward to stretch our neck and follow the neck to stretch our spine. Our task is simply to press ourselves with our hands to our legs and move our heels forward. However, it is simple only in words. In practice, somehow as you yourself now feel, it's not all that simple. Next breath, straighten up. And let's return to the mat, landing on straightened arms, straightening our legs. Take a few breaths and let the body relax. To compensate, we will perform table pose. Feet hip width apart, lift your pelvis and push it up. Try to keep your hips and body in one line. Exhale, lower your pelvis to the floor. Next, we will perform Paschimottanasana in the classic version. Tilt to straight legs, straighten your legs, push your heels forward, raise your hand up and join them in a finger lock. Push your palms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bend about 10%. With an inhalation, stretch where your palms are facing. Next exhale, bend another 10%. As you inhale, reach your hands. And on the third exhalation, bend over completely, as much as your body allows you. In this position, we will breathe a few breaths. Palms lie on the floor. We can also grab our toes if you can reach them. In this case, using our hands, we pull ourselves forward, adding intensity to our tilt. With a breath, we return from the bend. Let's rest with our hands on the floor. And then we will perform side bend called Parivrita Janu Vrikshasana. Sit sideways on your right leg bent at the knee. Raise your left arm up as you inhale and exhale, bend towards your right leg. Every breath we take, we reach where the fingers of our legs' hands are pointing. Every exhalation we relax our position a little, and so we work synchronously with breathing. Inhale, more stretch. Exhale, more relaxation. Be aware of your left side of your body that we are stretching. With an inhalation, following your left hand, rise up. Exhale, lower your hand. Bend your right leg at the knee. We will now straighten our left leg. With an inhalation, stretch your right arm up, and as you exhale, bend towards your left leg. We work on same principle. Every breath we take, we reach harder for our right hand. Every exhale, we relax a little. And so, every breath and every breath. Little by little, literally millimeter by millimeter, we are moving toward in our tilt. While inhaling, lift your right hand up. Exhale, lower your hand, bend your left leg. Feet facing each other. Take a few breaths and relax. Next, let's do Navasana pose. Try to straighten your legs. They can be bent at the knee and ankles can be parallel to the floor. Look ahead, keep your balance, and support your legs and body. Exhale and release the position. Rest on straight arms. Now let's move to the stomach. Lie on your stomach and raise your head and chest. Then, resting your hands on the floor, we go into the deflection. It's called Cobra pose or Bhujangasana. Stretch your face up, stretch your chest forward, breathe deeply. Exhale, lower back onto the mat. Lift your pelvis up and place on your heels. The body is located on the hips. It's called child pose, original name Balasana. In this pose, compensation occurs for the lower back after bending. Next breath, we rise. We sit for a couple of breaths in the pose called Vrikshasana. Next, we will perform an exercise for your hips joints. Put your soles together and move your knees up and down. This way we warm up our hip joints. Now some static. We go into tilt. We stop the movement with our feet. And gradually by exhale we move into the forward bend. This is difficult especially for beginners. There is no need to make a huge effort here, like most yoga poses. We try to achieve success through relaxation and not through creating a lot of tension. Next inhalation, return to vertical position. And we will also perform a version with straight legs. Straighten your legs. Start by pushing from behind on the floor with your hands and try to push yourself forward. If you have passed the vertical position, then move your hands forward and gradually stretch forward behind your hands. Go into deeper and deeper slope. Push your heels into distance. Pull your socks toward you. Breathe in full deep breath. On the next inhalation, we will return from the bend. Put your legs together and then we will perform a tilt with crossed legs. Cross your legs like I show in the video. Try not to pull your legs towards you. And do not cross them near the ankles. Let them intersect approximately in the middle, so that the palm can touch both the upper legs and the lower. Pushing your hands to the floor behind you, push yourself forward. If you manage to bend deeply enough, place your hands in front of you, palms on the floor, and stretch forward behind your hands. Breathe easy. We are aware of our body. You must understand exactly what is stretching and work with this area using deep breathing. Inhale and return to a vertical position. Straighten your legs and fold them in reverse in the mirror version. Let's repeat our tilt. First, push the floor behind of you with your hands. Stretch your head up. Try to push yourself forward. If you have passed the vertical line, move your hands forward as well. And deepen your tilt, gradually moving your palms further and further forward. Breathe evenly, breathe deeply. Concentrate on what you are doing. How do you breathe? Don't let your mind go somewhere else. Next inhale, return to vertical position. Straighten your legs and give them a little rest. Sit in position that is comfortable for you. You can cross your legs. You can sit however you like. For example, I like it like this. Your position should be comfortable. You can try placing the toes of left leg under the knees of the other leg, but it requires more stretching. This position should be comfortable for you. So exactly how you sit is not so important. It is important that you feel comfortable. Measured breathing. Leisurely breathe. Leisurely exhalation. The meaning of such breathing after asanas is to balance energy, balance the mind. And thus we get very deep, even state of mind, in which there are no worries, no sorrows, in which we feel most comfortable. This state is highly valued by yogis because in it our restless mind finally leaves us alone. And we can just contemplate how beautiful our world is, how magical this whole creation is. Traditionally, we end our practice with Shavasana. This is position in which the body straightens and we thereby eliminate all possible clumps and tensions which could appear during the practice of asanas. Psychically, Shavasana is simple. You just need to lie on your back. Try to press your lower back to the floor, Position the spine, straighten your legs and arms like this, so there are no clumps anywhere. The same goes for the neck, and we try to gradually relax all the muscles, remove all tone from muscles tissue. The most difficult things in Shavasana is not to start thinking about something extraneous. Keep your concentration on exactly how your body relaxes. The duration of Shavasana depends on the intensity of practice. Since you and me had quite simple practice, then Shavasana is quite short. Let's sit down on our mat again. I thank you for the time we spent together, for your efforts. See you in the new lesson. All the best. Namaste.